Do you feel most alive when you're doing the impossible, beating the odds? Being in control can be a great strength, unless it's in constant overdrive, resulting in stress, anger, and anxiety. This time, let's talk about the controller saboteur. This episode of the Saboteur Safari is dedicated to the controller saboteur. 2 years into the corona pandemic, I figure we've all had our moments where we wished we had been in full control. And personally, on top of that, my husband and I had to cope with some serious health issues in our family. So I have to admit, I had to come to terms with things I can control and the ones that are clearly beyond my control. But then what? Suffer from pain and anxiety, or surrender? And if you have to surrender, how can you learn to make peace with all the unknown coming your way? If this episode is for you, you automatically tend to take charge and control of situations and people's actions to your own will. When that is not possible, you react with impatience or even anxiety, which can be very overwhelming. We all are hardwired to self-sabotage one way or the other. This is why we automatically react to challenges in ways that generate negative emotions, such as stress, disappointment, frustration, self-doubt, regret, or anger. Saboteurs are like invisible inhabitants of our mind, telling us damaging lies. We develop them in childhood to survive. People with a controller bias tend to be confrontational, straight talkers. They are not afraid of conflict. Rather, they consider it a means of connection. You need to push others beyond their comfort zone if you want to get things done. However, when others don't follow you, you tend to get angry and you may be intimidating. No one tells you what to do. Others just need to see that you're doing them a favor by taking charge. It keeps surprising you actually that others seem to get hurt. But so what? Competition is part of the game when you're doing the impossible. If you have an inner controller saboteur, these are the justification lies you will tell to yourself. If I don't take control, I will be controlled, and I can't live with that. I'm trying to get the job done for all our sakes. You need to push people. If you look at the outcomes and reactions you get at home or at work, you will have to admit that you have to invest a lot of energy to get things done. You may be able to get temporary results, but at the cost of others feeling controlled and resentful, poisoning the atmosphere, if you're honest. Why? They're not able to tap into their own greater reserves and resources and contribute their share. Theoretically, that's a no-brainer. We all like to be heard and involved, right? Going a bit deeper, you may realize that your controller saboteur generates a great deal of anxiety in your life. This may actually cause you to feel hurt or rejected, if you're really honest. But many things in life are not controllable, including death, ultimately. It may help to look at the original survival function of this exhausting mental habit. Underneath the bravado of the controller, there is often a hidden fear of being controlled by others or by circumstances in life. The controller is associated with early life experiences where the child is forced to grow up fast, be on its own, and take charge of its chaotic or even dangerous surroundings in order to survive physically and or emotionally. As a child, you may have been hurt, rejected, or betrayed, and decided to never be that vulnerable again. The thing is, now you are an adult, and those old survival strategies from your childhood are not useful any longer. Rather, they really get you into trouble emotionally. But how to move away from those sabotaging mechanisms of our mind? How to move from the survive region in the brain to the thrive region? Stanford lecturer and best-selling author Shirzad Chamine has presented a highly effective approach in his book, Positive Intelligence. According to his year-long research, there are 10 different saboteur patterns. There's a saboteur assessment for you to find out which of the saboteurs is doing the greatest harm to you right now. You will find the link somewhere nearby. And regardless of the results you get, this is an easy exercise to bust your hardwired sabotage pattern. Whatever thought is causing you stress, label it as a self-sabotaging habit of your mind, so it loses its power over you. For instance, instead of feeling that pressure to take charge of a situation, you may think, oh, there goes my controller saboteur again. And he thinks I need to be in charge. Feel the difference? Then shift your attention to a physical sensation for at least 10 seconds. For example, focus intently on your next few breaths, or listen to all the ambient sounds around you. When the saboteur thought comes back, repeat this process with patience. The more often, the better, because this is only the beginning. It does take regular practice, like building new muscles in a workout. In 6 weeks' time, you can learn how to move from survive mode to thrive mode automatically. You learn to label and interrupt your saboteurs and build your self-command muscle. You learn how to shift into your true power, your true self that allows you to thrive and take action with laser-focused clarity, empathy, and curiosity. Sounds interesting? Just get in touch, either with myself or with another certified positive intelligence coach. We're here to help you tap into your full sage power.